none of this is about, is this true? Is this time to yell at the tribe or lie to the tribe? Like,
oh, totally.
Everybody is a Donald Hoffman beer bottle humping beetle.
My key is the one that unlocks every keyhole.
And so, like, setting objective goals, they only go so high, and then they start to tumble back over because you're using your savers only. Until you go through that enough times, you're like, all right, if I want to get to the higher level, then I have to use something other than my savers, and that's where it's the exercise, it's the goals that start to force you to do that. So it's like there's a time and place for masculine sensory, right? So masculine sensory is like, hey, let's fight on the facts. Now I have that at a way dialed down because it's a demon, it's last, but it's still like, even a minute ago when you were talking about the whistleblower lady, you're like, oh, I think she's masculine blast and this and that. Like, your intuition is like, I've seen this before, chances are concept, and you'll confidently leap and jump on the concepts and intuition. So take save your demon out of it. Say everybody save your everything.
Right.
And my masculine sensory would be like, I don't know, we got to check the facts.
Yeah.
But it's a very calm whisper because it's a demon.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, let's hold on the facts before the pattern. So I'll see that difference between you and I totally get it.
The problem for a lot of us is you don't know, even if the information. I know what masculine sensory is. I know what masculine DI is.
You're never going to use that tool.
I have
at the right
no
time.
idea deep in my bone marrow that exists or how to even begin doing that. That would be like, how do you walk on your hands? I didn't even know you had hands kind of thing.
Right.
So it's just not available to you, says your brain. You'd have to really genuinely put some blockers to yourself to actually stop and find a way to create a new habit.
You got to be at a video game level where to unlock the next level, you have to put down this tool and use that tool.
Right. 100%.
You'll never self-growth do it.
Right.
You will never... fighting on something. You will never self-growth fucking do it. Fuck you, F-I-D-I. You will never your identity, if you want to push on your identity, right there.
There it is.
You will never self-grow by self-growing to fucking death.
Right.
You got it. It's a fucking Mike Tyson video game. Like, how are you going to pass the next level in life?
That game was so
I'm going to use the same old moves that got me to this level. You
Right.
got to put it down and use new moves. That's what I'm yelling at myself. I'm not yelling at the tribe.
Right.
I'm yelling at myself at this.
Right, because the reality is, so let me jump over to my section here. Like, the reality is, if I happen to be correct on my patterns, which if you stay in an arena and you are masculine NI, if you stay in an arena long enough, eventually your patterns are correct.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting closer and closer and closer to being able to reoccurringly track the accurate patterns.
Right.
I feel like with videotyping, my patterns get better and better and better and better and better every year. Although I started off wildly upside down and still ridiculously confident. And that's what I see a lot of people will do. They'll come into a new arena and use their fucking masculines and they're like, solid. And you're like, you have no actual depth
or the
to
masculine
this arena.
DE punching on the tribe. You're like, hey, don't punch punch on that guy, punch on you.
So back to masculine DE, like, my natural inkling is to see, no offense, but like, I always say no offense, and it's totally offensive, to see the worst immediately. Like, my tracker is to go, oh, here's where you're going to turn into a serial killer. Like, my brain is naturally going, all right, oh, we're in trouble here. I'm just the canary in the coal mine for this is how you're gonna stab me in the back.
So same with
I'm
sensory,
used to that.
Right. So doing the math, the same with sensory. When I walk into a sensor thing, I'm like even looking at the lights behind, I'm like, oh, that bracket looks weak. You're gonna twist that knob, that's gonna break. Like when we have physical items, that's the thing. I'm like bitch testing, and I'm like, where's your weak point?
Yeah.
If I gotta stand on this thing in the middle of the night, literally physically.
I built the bunk bed, and you're like, this is. I'm like trying to jump on it, trying to shake. I'm like, stop.
I'm trying to break it.
Yeah, you want to bitch test it. The problem with feminine DE is you just think everybody is your best friend, and you constantly get the smack in the back of your head when they do the ape shit stuff. Oh my god, I just realized this is spelled wrong.
You just run away. What? Spell check's off today. Not my fault.
So masculine sensory, but
I know that's what makes me fuck. That's right there is what makes me freak out. Is like, in one sense, I'm responsible for the sensory, but as a dyslexic N, I can't fucking do it, and I just go apeshit.
Oh my god.
I'd rather be masculine N savior. Like, you know what I mean? If you have your saviors, and they're masculine, so you have TE at the top, masculine.
Right.
So it's just like triple all in intensity. And a lot of people have it spread out. Cody is TESE masculine.
Yeah, and he's super calm because he's like, I shove and I want that and I remember what I want to remember.
He doesn't have 30 years of bad habits like we do.
Chill, right. So what the problem with feminine DE, so now that we've just all the way around, the problem with feminine DE is that you're constantly causing problems on the front end with the tribe by because you'll lock on with your masculine DI and you'll
Right.
see somebody's identity as a certain non-movable
You're
way.
projecting yourself onto
You
them.
project yourself and you're like, they're awesome, says me,
Right.
shove.
And you're so
and I'm
fucked.
like, first of all, I see all their problems. Also, my feminine DI is super open for somebody to move, change, love, stopping an ass. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm always open and ready for that movable identity. I'm
Right.
always ready for that. But I sure as fuck am like, oh hell no! I see where you're gonna fuck this up. I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic when it comes to
Yeah,
the tribe.
yeah.
Therefore, they can only be good, like
Surprise
me
you.
in the good.
Right. It is back to that equation of like pain now, pain later.
Yes.
Surprise on the front end, surprise on the back end. Because
Right.
that is that is the problem I'm seeing in my life, of only be able to get so far with the tribe, playing this feminine DE role of, lie, tell them what they want to hear,
Right.
like, go along, and then
Right.
it ends up 6 months later, you're like, I can't talk to this person anymore because it's turned into such a bullshit fest.
Yes, everybody wants to know, why do you just ignore them? Like, oh, I'll fucking tell you, you're a fucking ass.
That's
you're
what-
such an ass, I
Right.
can't even say anything back.
Right.
I want to.
Right.
But see, if we did it my way, everyone would be like, ow, ow.
I know.
I must confess, I still believe. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Hey, Anwar, what you doing?
How's it going, Mike?
So, Anwar, you coming over or what, man? Come on.
Mike, I told you I'm busy all week, brother. I really can't, bro.
You can. You can.
Please don't do this right now.
You can.
No.
You can.
No,
Why?
Mike,
You can't
no.
even give me a good reason why you can't come.
I'm actually cooking dinner tonight, so
I'll make you a sandwich. You never believe it. Pita bread and all.
I'm not hungry right now. I don't have time for that, Mike.
Come over.
I really don't have time today.
Come over now. Bon appetit. Please.
The whole thing?
All of it. I'm a cheese master. It's a sandwich like you never tasted before in your life sandwich.
It's a little too much cheese, don't you think?
Now listen, don't disrespect my secret recipe. It's been my family for 2,000 years. We survived slavery. See? Not all that bad. Pretty fine sandwich, isn't it?
It's delicious.
I agree. Real goat cheese from the Kazakhstan's mountain, triple G. Goat cheese. You're from Kazakhstan, aren't you?
No?
Oh, well. Really good stuff. And you better finish that real fast.
The whole thing? You want me to finish
The
the
whole thing. Suck it down, buddy.
Can I take it to go?
No.
Can't do this anymore. I gotta go home.
Nah, fuck that. We playing Call of Duty, man. We on the duty right now.
I can't, my wife.
Yeah. I was good in the ring, but I'm a guard here.
Daddy.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
did Rome take over Egypt?
Well, no, it's on the Rome now. It's under Egypt now. You
Okay.
can't conquer nobody's country no more. It's against the law.
Bye.
You a cheat. You saw the little girl distracted me. She was talking to me. How you gonna claim some kind of one like that?
It was just one kill. It was just one kill.
Get the fuck out of here!